Cherry Wilmoth.
And your employment service position title?
I am employed at Southeastern Oklahoma State University, and I am our Associate Athletic Director in Athletics, but I have taught in the Health and Physical Education Department as well as coached in the Athletic Department over my 20 years.
Okay, and what are your reactions when encountering a new technical device such as an app, online strategy, or new computing technology tool?
Well, I think as I've gotten older, I think I get a little bit reserved at trying to use some type of new technical device, but there's part of me too that wants to still learn, and so I always try to engage maybe my daughter or other people that are of the younger generation to say, okay, how do you do this? So sometimes I let them be my teacher, or if worst comes to worst, I'll get online and Google it.
Exactly. Describe your access to high-speed internet and current mobile, online, and other learning technologies.
High-speed internet is here usually at work, and it's not been real high-speed lately because we've had some changes with our servers, but at home, we live out in the country, and so we finally got with an internet service that is a lot faster, and it's been much better for me for my work that I need to do at school, and it's also better for my family and what we use, because my husband's a teacher as well, and he coaches as well, so he's always breaking down film and doing stuff, and he's able to do that at home now instead of having to be up at the office, and so it gives us more family time in between that.
Okay, and what online, mobile, or other instructional technologies such as social media, mobile technology, video conferencing, online learning are you utilizing for your professional life?
Well, social media, we engage a lot with our athletic department. We have our own Twitter account, we have our own Facebook account, Instagram, all that. So that's involved. That's how we reach our fans. I don't personally take care of that account, but I do have the option to interact as an administrator on those accounts. So you won't see me do that very often, but I do it on occasion. And so that, from the aspect of work, that's what I utilize. Video conferencing, I'm on a couple national committees, and so a lot of times we'll have some video conferencing that occurs with that, and we do a lot of conference calls too. So, and then online learning, I'm involved with a class that's blended, and then I'm also involved every other semester I teach a master's course that's online, so I do have that.
And how about in your personal life?
In my personal life, social media, I'm pretty much a Facebook person, so I'm kind of the older generation. I usually get on it late at night is when I utilize it that way. Mobile technologies, I guess, going back to professional, there's lots of different apps that I use that help me with travel when I'm traveling to and from our national meetings. And then I use it, just for personal life. You play around with your apps. Of course, you got different games and stuff. So,
how, if at all, does your use of these tools help your work-life balance?
I think I'll talk about social media first. There's a lot of times that people talk about social media being a bad thing, but in a lot of ways it's a lot of good, because I can keep in contact with all my former volleyball players, and I can watch their kids grow up, and I can watch all my friends, and so I think from that standpoint, social media is a really good thing, and I try to look at it through that lens instead of trying to look at the negative. To work-life balance, as I was speaking earlier, the fact that we have the internet service, it allows us, I can remember before I would be up here late at night working, because that's where the internet was, and a lot of the programs that we had to do it here. And now there's so many things that we can have access at our home that allows you to have maybe a better work-life balance, and that can help you balance everything from what you're doing at home, but you can do it at home, and it may be after the kids go to bed, so it really does help.
How will you, or do you currently address any anticipated challenges, such as lack of access in implementing your chosen technologies?
I think that, and I may not answer this correctly, challenges for me is just trying to keep up. That's hard. Someone may come in and say, well, did you see that? Well, I hadn't had a chance to see that yet. The new technology that comes out, keeping up with that. Like my phone right now has downloaded the new iOS, but my daughter's hasn't, and she can't handle it. But, I think it's a challenge, but you've got to have an open mind and be willing to try. As you get older, some people don't want to change, but you've got to be willing to change and accept those changes and embrace it to be able to be progressive and move forward in your everyday life.
Agreed. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, I think, online education, I struggle with that a little bit. I think it's very beneficial from the standpoint of the people that do have everyday jobs and they're able to take classes at night. I think that's a beautiful thing for them. I worry about undergraduate students because I think in some of the fields that we do, we need that face-to-face encounter, and you see so many people, and young people included, that you and I may be sitting here and we have the ability to talk face to face, but instead we might be texting each other, instead of having that communication. So that concerns me from that standpoint, because I think people have to really work now to be able to carry on personal communication with their families and with their friends and make a more concerted effort to do that instead of having to just sit here and do this all the time. So I worry about the interaction with people and being able to communicate effectively and how that's going to phase out over the next several years and generations.
Well, thanks for doing the interview.